Hello everybody, hope you're doing all good. It's been a while since I had a show, so I'm back on Chess24 with Banter Blitz today, and by the way, I'm International Master Sopiko Guramishvili here for you on Chess24. So what are we going to do today? We're gonna have a lot of games and Banter Blitz. I'm gonna be commenting on the moves that are gonna be on the board, my moves, your moves. We're gonna play the games, and if you are premium member on Chess24, please challenge me with 5-minute blitz games. And if you're not Chess24 premium member, then you should definitely be, because there are lots of benefits on the website and you can learn a lot of things. And I have good news for you. If you're not yet a premium member, you have a 15% discount if you're gonna buy the premium membership right now. I have a special code for you, so on the left side you can see that the voucher code is Sopiko. So if you're gonna buy the premium membership right now and you have the voucher code, you fill in Sopiko and then you will get the 15% off. And I have to remind you that it is possible to buy 1 month, 2 month or a year premium membership, but the 15% discount works on 1 month as well and on 1 year. So if you're gonna have a 1 year premium membership, you will get more discount, like 15% discount on whole price. And if you're gonna buy 1 month and next month, it won't be valid again. So if you're not a Chess24 premium member, make sure that you get one, and let's get started and let's play the games. If you have any questions, then you should definitely ask me, because I'm able to look at the chat and I'm able to read your comments. So if you have any questions, I'll try to answer all of them. It is Thursday evening, and as you know, with Miss Strategy with Anna, we try to have the shows on same day, so it is the day. I am the first one who will have Banter Blitz now, and after me, Miss Strategy will be streaming with her wonderful Banter Blitz. So make sure that you are here to play against me and against Anna as well. Okay, let's see how many challenges I have. Oh, it's a lot of challenges, and I'm gonna try to play with all of you guys. I want to make sure that all ratings are welcome to the Banter Blitz. So I'll play the very low rated people, I'll play average and the highest one as well. Let's see who is the very low rated one here, and Juan, or is it the one? Juan Jaén from Spain. Hello there. Okay, I am playing with black pieces, and let's see what my opponent wants. Okay, C4, the English. Okay, let's play the very principled E5. Usually I play a lot of lines against the English attack. I play sometimes with C6 or E6 to transpose into triangle stuff. Sometimes I play this very principled E5, which is kind of the reversed Sicilian, but I'm not playing the Sicilian, but I'm playing against Sicilian with C4 and E5. And this is the setup which I used to play as well, C4, E4 and Knight E2. White's main idea is that he wants F4 very quickly, he wants to castle, then play F4, and my idea is to get the D4 square, because it is very weak because of this structured C4, D3, E4, and to meet f4 with f5. So first I will try to develop, and I'll try to play normal developing moves, and then I'll try to get some plan. First, if white castles, then I will try to make a waiting move, which will be bishop e6, and on bishop e3 I want to play knight d4. This is why I want to meet bishop e3, knight d4, because then knight d4, e d4 would not be possible for white, because it will be forked. I didn't go knight d4 right away, because after knight d4, e d4 and knight e2, I'm not a big fan of what happened. I just prefer that bishop is on e3 and my knight is on d4, so it's untouchable, or white gives me the dark squared bishop. h3, another waiting move. I'll play queen d7 here, so that king h2, and I will play something like maybe a6, because usually what happens in this oh, no, he gives me the h3 pawn. Okay, this is the worst moment to play f4, because he just blundered the h3 pawn, and it's not going to be fun for him, because this is very important pawn. After bishop h3 and queen h3, g3 pawn is weak, and if we kind of trade all pieces, then you know, who has extra material is in a big favor. Attacking chances here for white is not that good, because the important h3 pawn is gone. h3 would support the g4 pawn to advance, the g pawn to advance on g4, and then to threaten f5. And right now f5 is played. Of course, I'm not gonna take g takes f5, because after bishop h3 I'm losing the pawn, but I'm gonna take on g2 first, then I'm gonna take on f5, because I'm not afraid of opening the lines. I don't want to allow f6 as well. So after g takes f5, e takes f5, knight f5 looks very good for me. And if he doesn't take it and he plays something like, I don't even know, rook h1, it's possible, of course, rook h1, but I don't think that I should be afraid of just taking the pawn. And after knight e4, it looks like a bit annoying that this knight is here. There might be some knight f6 in air, but I'm sure that black is completely fine. Queen g4, now knight f5 can be my next move. I want to get my queen on g6, so everything is protected, and I also attack white's king. And next is f5, f4. This is why my queen on g4 is very good, because if I left my queen on d7 and I played f5 right away, then after knight g5, h6, knight f3, of course, black is still in favor, because he has how many, 2 pawns. But I think that queen g4 is more useful for me, because I'm on g file, and after f5, f4 becomes a huge threat. I can even play f5, knight g5, f4 right away, give up the pawn on h7, but f3 is a big threat. F takes g3 is also a big threat. Rook f1 should not help, because after f5, f4 I can anyway go. Maybe it would be more sensible to play rook h4 and get my queen on g6, but in any case black would be 2 pawns up, and that doesn't look that great for white, of course. Let's go f4. There is no time to waste. Okay, he sacrifices the piece. of course, very possible, but I don't really think that I'm in any kind of danger. I can now go queen f7, not to allow any knight e6. And I don't think I'm afraid of the knight jump, because I can always take on f1 and it will be just a massive trade on f-file. I would not lose any material. I have just an extra piece, and it's not even in a pawn for white, so I have good feelings about this position. And yeah, the main mistake in this game is just to give up the h3 pawn. It went very wrong very early, but sometimes it happens. Queen g4, pretty attacking move, but knight e5 is there. This is an extra piece, and my knight just comes into the center. Now I can take the d3 pawn. This is what I'm gonna do, because knight d3, and queen f1 looks like a mate. Oh, okay, mate in 2 maybe. And yeah, knight d5 is not an improvement, because this guy is still hanging here, and after king h2, rook f2, there is a mate. Thank you very much for the game. As I mentioned, I think that this game went wrong for white when he just gave me the pawn on h3. Of course, king h2 had to be played, and then I was planning to go either a6 to meet f4 with f5, or I was planning to go something like maybe knight d4 already. Knight d4, e d4, and knight e2. This is a very normal position for the English. And here black has many plans with c6, d5, with f5. But I'm not a big fan of this one anyway, so I would simply either go a6 or get my rooks in the center with rook a e8 or f5. I can even start with f5 and f4 and see what happens. Okay, thank you very much for the game. Let's see if you guys have any questions. Hello all, has Sopiko talked about AlphaZero yet? I'm fascinated by this stuff. Oh my god, that's a huge news in chess world. The future of the chess, and it's amazing. An engine who can beat, and which is self-learning, and which beats Stockfish in 4 hours. It's just brilliant. It's amazing. I don't know what will happen if you just leave him for hours and hours, and what it's gonna do. It's amazing, and the games were fantastic. There were some games that I completely shocked me. I was like, oh wow, this is amazing. It was like super aggressive and very attacking, and it also from positional point of view, there were 10 games which were chosen to be shown, so I looked at them and it was just fantastic and amazing. An engine like Stockfish could not defend, and it was amazing because the evaluation first was like 0 zeros, and then in 4 moves it was plus 12, and it was like gradually becoming first +1, +2, +4, and +12, and it's over. Definitely you gotta take a look at the games. If you did not take a look at that, it's gonna be a big step in chess if this engine becomes the main engine, which will probably destroy everything, destroy the classical chess, because everything will be, it will be just shown what is the best line, what is which move is drawing, which move is winning. So I don't know. It's very interesting how it will be developed. It's very interesting what's gonna be in this engine. What is the plan of Google? What to do with this engine? So I'm definitely looking forward to the news and more games. Okay, now let's see another challenge and. Another challenge, we will accept somebody who is called Graf von Palen from Germany. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing the name correctly. Let's mix it up a bit with the opening. So I will start with e4, and usually you know that I'm playing d4. I'm a d4 player, but recently I did a video series on Scotch, and it was quite successful, and I really like the feedback that I got on it. So if you haven't checked it and if you're interested, I definitely recommend you to do so. We are having the dragon. I'm not an expert in this position, but let's just make all developing moves, and I'll explain just the main point of it is that I have long castle, my opponent has short castle, and now it is, this is a very, very theoretical position, but I'm gonna try something, something which I like to play, and not that is a big theory. So main point is that black wants to attack on the queen side, and white wants to do everything to attack on the king side. It would be perfect for white to change the dark squared bishops, because this bishop becomes a very very annoying piece for white, because it stands on this diagonal and it can be very dangerous. Once this bishop is gone, the king side and the black king will be also quite weak. So let's try to trade some pieces first. I want to trade knight d5, e d5, knight d4, bishop d4, and if everything is traded, then I have g4, because there is h5, and I would have there's a target on the king side, and I would have quite a dangerous attack. If he doesn't trade everything, and let's say if he goes knight e5, no, he trades everything, although I think that knight e5 would be better move. Knight e5, bishop e2, and to try something very quickly. But now I kind of like my position. I think that white is doing fine. This is what I meant, that I'm gonna have very dangerous attack. I think now I can even sacrifice this pawn on a2, so I can go g4 right away, or I can just go king b1, which is more safe, and I don't see any problem with it, because queen a5 usually disturbs pawns to move forward. b4, b5, a5, a4, b4. It would be the plan for black, but now queen a5 is there, and king b1. I anyway wanted to go king b1, so this is not very useful for black. He takes everything, but I don't want to lose time on taking on g4, so I would like to play something like h5 to trade everything and open the files very quickly. Bishop f5, just bishop d3. I'm only interested to have an attack on the king side, and this is the move which I was thinking about, queen c5. Now if I have to take the queen on c5. That's not what I want because I have an attack. What to do? The question is, can I go queen f4? If I go queen f4, bishop d3, c takes d3, queen c2, how dangerous it is. Just king a1 and I think I'm fine. So I would just go queen f4. My chess24 account is saying that I'm getting disconnected from internet, so I hope that there is no lag or the stream is fine. So please do write in chat if everything's okay and if you hear me well, if you see me well, and if the stream is fine. Okay, so what happens in this position is that it's about time. Who will be first? I don't feel any danger on the queen side because just queen c2 check wouldn't make me scared. I see a big danger on the king side for black because after queen h6, hg, then mate comes. It's really mate. So let's see what happens. Queen f2. Is he in time to play something like queen f2 with the idea of rook c2? I don't think so. f6, that is very strange move. I would just take on g6 and then queen h6 it will be a disaster. Maybe he wanted to have a window for the king to escape via f7, but I think after h takes g6 there is nothing that black can do because queen h6 comes next and f6 closes the diagonal. After queen h6 maybe it was possible to play queen d4 with the idea of queen g7, but now after f6 the diagonal is closed and it is lost. Yeah, and he resigned. Thank you very much for the game. Let's see, I think that after h4, h5, maybe h5 is not needed for now, and maybe it was very much needed to play rook c8 with the idea of a6, b5 or b5 right away, and that would be a very complicated game. Okay, let's see another challenge. So I'm gonna accept now a bit tiny bit high rated player, which will be over 2000, and that is Mr. Master. Mr. Master, hello there. I'm again with white pieces, and okay, now I'm gonna try to play my opening d4, and let's see what I'm gonna face. The named so. I play lots of things here. This is the move which I tried this year in World Championship knockout cycle against Iranian star Sara Sadat. It was very successful for me. I liked it very much. I didn't play it before and I prepared it especially against Sarah because I didn't have any games she would not expect it, and I like to surprise my opponents. So what is the idea of f3? And of course it is clear that I want to have a center with e4, and it becomes very complicated positions once black plays exactly this line, c5 and b5, and here white has choices. White has many choices. I am gonna use which one I'm gonna use first, I think first I'll go for a3. I haven't looked at this line for a long time, so I don't exactly remember what's in my files, but let's play by intuition. I just want to know where this bishop goes. Does it want to take on c3 or bishop a5? If bishop a5, then things are okay for me, because I think a3 bishop a5 was in white's favor, because sometimes b4 can be a problem. Okay, and it indeed happened. Now if I take cb5, I don't like e takes d5, e takes d5, and e takes d5, e takes d5, and rook e8. But I don't get what happens on e5. For now, I don't really get what happens on e5 or on bishop g5. So I have to pay attention at e5. Let's say knight h5, because queen h4 might be a nasty check. So first I would go bishop g5. Hopefully I'm not going to lose anything. Now the problem is, of course, e5. d6 is the right move. Let's try to play Benoni style, and let's see how it will go. Zealandon is saying that I thought she said Mr. Mustard. No, I said Mr. Mustard. Okay, that's an interesting name, Mr. Mustard. Never play f3, said GM Pepe Cuenca, and played f3. Pepe is amazing. He always does the reverse what he's saying. Okay, actually I like f3 very much, but I don't think that he's playing correctly. I really don't think like that. I would castle now. I would give him another chance to take on c4. Take on c4 and play maybe knight b6, I don't know. But now everything is okay. h6, bishop h4, I would just go. And of course now I want to take on b5. I want to take on b5, and he has to do something about it. He either has to take, no, he just wants me to take on b5, but it's very weird because now I can take with the knight, and I think that I would just have an extra pawn. If he takes on d3, I'll just take it and be happy because I just won the pawn on b5. And the threat would be to take on e6, because now the d6 pawn became very vulnerable. Let's see what is in his mind, but I think that he had a lot of chances to play and take on c4. He took it on d3, and now I want to take on e6. One thing I have to say is that usually, okay, now with what I take. On c takes d5, I don't like bishop a6, so I will just take with e d5. Of course, I didn't want to give my bishop f6. I would not want to do that. And a6. All right, this is the position. And what I wanted to say is that it very much depends how you assess the position. Because, for example, here I can play knight e4, allow g5 and rook b2. So if I play knight e4, g5, bishop g3, d6 is hanging. Knight e4, f takes e4, rook b2, queen f3, queen e7. I give my bishop, I give my pawn back, but it's not completely known why. Rook e5, I don't like this move because it would come under bishop g3. He definitely wants bishop f5, but how good it is. First I would play knight e4, because on g5 I would go bishop g3, and if bishop f5 is played, I would just take on f6. Queen f6, bishop f6, queen d3, bishop e5, bishop e2, bishop d6. Is it enough or not? I can also play something like knight g3, bishop goes, and then I can take on f6. Interesting, many choices, and this is the moment where you can go wrong, because there are a lot of choices. I have to calculate what happens after knight f6, queen f6, bishop f6, bishop d3, bishop e5, bishop e2. If I move the rook, then he would have two bishops. If I take here, no, I don't want to risk it. Okay, I have very little time, so I will have to play very quickly. Let's see what's gonna happen here. I'll just take it. If gf, then knight e4 I was planning to play. Queen f6, take here, but now the difference is that after queen f1 I can take here, then I can, that's very interesting what happened right now. But he gives me the pawns, and that's not okay. Oh my god. Oh, I have to be very quick, and I'm not very good with this mouse. So pre-moves is not working that well. Oh my god. This is unbelievable what just happened. Okay. I have to take the pawn at least to make a draw. Oh, pawn goes. Ah, I won. Okay, that was nerve-wracking. Oh my god. Oh wow, it was a tense game, and I think I was completely winning somewhere, but I probably talked a lot. I was a bit not very strict to myself though. Make a decision and move. It's very important in Blitz to make a decision and make a move, not to get into time trouble like this. Okay, let's see. I just think that he had many chances to take this pawn. Let's take here, take, play knight e5 or knight b6. I think knight e5 is a better move, and here just play bishop a6. I think it's very complicated position, and for sure black is doing very okay. Now let's see another challenge, and I'm gonna accept somebody who is over 2100. And let's see who is over 2100. Okay, many challenges. And there is somebody who is 2150, Easy Rider. I think I played against him. Easy Rider is playing with the white pieces, and the game starts with e4. This Sicilian, is it going to be the neither? Okay, bishop d7, no, I'm gonna stick to my repertoire, so I'm gonna play knight d7. Bishop b5 is being very popular line since our world champion is playing it as well, and very successfully. Although nowadays people tend to go for main lines and search something in bishop g5 or bishop e3. Many good games on it. Let's first kick this bishop out, then play knight f6. It is important to know that if you want to go in this line, oh, c4. This is a big theory. Okay, I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna play g6. And let's see if he will be able to punish me for my way of playing. Let's see. Knight g5, I'll just go e6. And I'm gonna say that I'm not afraid of sacrifices. If queen b3, rook b8, I'm fine. And this knight, if it doesn't do anything right now, it's gonna be a waste of tempo. If I'm able to play bishop g7, then castle, then this knight has to go. Okay, that was a blunder. That was a big blunder. He was waiting for bishop g7, and that is very smart of him. Well done. I had to play first h6 because now I have horrible position. If I take this one, knight e6, queen e7, knight c7, will I be able to catch this knight or not? King f7, knight a8. I have to go king d8, queen d8 back. I don't like it. I really don't like it. So I better castle and accept my mistake, admit my mistake and a very not careful way of playing. And then let's see what will happen. Bishop b3. Now I'll just go knight e5. If you want to go d4, there you are, d4, cd4, queen d4, h6, and then this knight's gonna have a bit of trouble where to go. Knight h3 is not possible, and knight f3, I would at least make his pawn formation, pawn structure very bad. So at least I would have some kind of compensation for that. All right, can I mate him, or it's too ambitious? Let's say knight g4, queen d5. Then I want to play knight h2, king h2, queen h4, king g1, bishop e5, f4. I cannot mate him. That's very bad. So I'll just go, or do I need my bishop on b7? This is the question. Maybe better to go bishop h3, because then I would have some, he might see some ghosts on the king side. If this bishop goes and I'm able to get my knight out of d8, h4 diagonal, then I'm fine. This was a mistake because here I'm gonna play, was it a mistake or not? I think it's too ambitious, way too ambitious. I'll just give this d6 pawn. I have absolutely no problem about it. I'll just give this pawn. Queen d6, knight f4, queen h4, bishop g3. Is there queen g5? I don't think I achieve anything. Okay, this is the position. This is very, very super interesting position, and let's see how am I going to survive. Queen e7 was not good move because I get into knight d5. Doesn't seem good. I'm not playing well. I think also this guy is hanging now on g6. So I don't know what to do. Let's pretend that we're gonna make a draw. Let's pretend that. Rook b8. Okay, to be very honest with you, I think that black has good chances. Hopefully good chances. f5, I'm not afraid because I'll just take it. This one, I'll just go queen c4 because now I want to take on c3. Okay, let's have a look. What can I do? I can play rook b2 and rook b2, queen c3, queen c3, bishop c3, but I didn't like that. So I was aware of allowing him e5, but I really didn't want some traits. Because I think I'm too ambitious, I'm playing for a win, which is not correct here. But let's see how it goes. Let's see if he makes any mistakes. Okay, here I think I already have some problems because f6 is coming. If I take, I'll just play rook d8 because on f6 I would take everything and take on d6. At least I'm defending. Take here and take here. Then I'll take on f6. Now I want rook d1, so it's very, very dangerous for him. Okay, rook d1. Take it. Take on f6. Oh, he offers a draw. Do I want it? I don't know. Oh my god, I don't have time, but I'll try to play for a win because that's fun, no? It is fun to play for a win, and I think I just won with g5. Oh, I jinxed him. Thank you very much for the game, and sorry for the outcome. It definitely shouldn't have become like this, and yeah, I cannot even comment it because it's awful what I did, and this knight g5, bishop g7 and bishop e6, I would applaud you for this trap. It is very, very nice because if I took it, then knight e6, queen e7 and knight c7, take here and take on a8. I didn't like it because I have to go somewhere like this, queen d8, not to get this knight out. If I'm able to get the knight without any problems, then I would have good position. But I was afraid of queen b3, and somehow my king is very clumsy. I can go bishop b7, and to be honest, I think that this is lost for black. That's why castle, I had some dreams about compensation, because I want to play something like knight d3, but maybe it's okay to allow this and play rook f1, but I still have h6 here, and knight f3 is not possible, and you don't want to damage your structure, so d4 was played, but instead maybe there is better move like, let's say, bishop c2 or queen e2. But the problem is that if you play something like bishop c2, let's say, not to allow knight d3, then I would have h6, knight f3, and bishop g4. So I had some kind of compensation, but definitely here, this position after bishop h3, bishop f4, white played very good here, and this position, I think that compensation is not enough, and black should be definitely doing very, very badly. Queen e7, once again, knight d5 would be a bit problematic, but queen g3 already makes me to go for the endgame, and here white could play knight d5 once again, and it would be very, very big advantage for white. So well done, easy rider. Sorry for the game, I was being evil trying to play for a win, but that's a chess game. All factors matter. It matters that there is time trouble, it matters that it's blitz, and yeah, it's just fun to play on and not to accept draw very early. Okay, let's see now the biggest challenge. Let's see, my biggest challenge is somebody called Schellingford from Germany. Okay, so Schellingford from Germany, I'm gonna play my main repertoire against you, and it's going to be triangle Slav. Let's see if it's gonna work. Okay, e3, I'll go just bishop g4. This is usually what I play. I'll just take here, and I'll play triangle Slav without the bishop on c8. That is good or bad, we will see very soon. Okay, e4, does it work? If it doesn't work, I will go e5 myself. e5, if you take here, I'll take. If you take this one, then I don't know if I have to take with the knight or not. I am hoping that knight d5 is the correct way to take. Knight c4, just bishop c7, and if we trade everything, then we have a position with, okay, I just lost a pawn. Two bishops, not anymore two bishops, but with pawn down. What should I hope for in this position? Miracle. Miracle would work. Definitely miracles would work for me, so I would go for it. I need a miracle. That's a good way, no? I need a miracle. I just need a miracle to save me from this game. Queen g5. A very provocative move. I want that he plays e4, but he does not, and that's very evil of him. I'll go rook d8. I wanted that on e4 I play knight f4. If he plays now bishop b2, then I would take knight e3. The queen is under attack. Queen g7, bishop g7 would not help him because then rook is hanging on f1. And he is taking everything that I give him. That's okay. I will just go for an attack. I don't care about the queen side. I don't care. No, Sopiko, you need more than a miracle now. You have to use AlphaZero now to beat Schelling. Okay, I'm gonna use the AlphaZero and AlphaZero of my mind. Let's see how it will work. I am not that disappointed in my position as you guys, as you Miktal, because I think I have some attacking chances. White pieces is not developed. b3 might be a problem for him. You see, he already has to give me his bishop. And yeah, I have I'm quite a lot of pawns down, but that's how it is. Let's take this one. I could play something like rook g6, but then f3, rook f2 I didn't like. So do I have chances to survive? I think I do have chances to survive, and Miktal is completely discouraging me, saying that he has 2-1 against Peter Svidler, etc, etc. You know what? I really think that I have very good chances of a draw. Let's see. Am I very wrong or not? I think he's being too... Oh my god, I just blundered my rook and he didn't see it. It's amazing, he just did not see. Queen c8, queen f5 was winning. It was completely winning. Now I want to take rook f2, and I'm very interested how is he gonna save it. I'm okay with the draw. Okay, unfortunately I can't take on a6. That's very bad. Uh-oh. Okay. That was bad. But yeah, I don't have... Oh, I had to play first rook. Okay, now I have to just chase this queen. Impossible. Bad luck. But he played very good. What to do? He played very good. I just think that I had defending chances. This is already lost. I cannot do anything because a7, a8 is coming. So I'm just gonna resign, and I have to tell him that well done. It was a great game and I suffered a lot. But I still thought that here I was having good chances to... Okay, rook c2, it was just a blunder because queen c8, king h8 and queen f5 was winning on spot. But I really think that this position should be somehow a draw. Am I very wrong? Let's say rook d2, queen c6 and rook a2 doesn't look that great for white. So a4, and let's say rook e2, then queen c6. Let's say he gave me this miracle chance, rook e2 and check here, and queen g4. What can I do now? If I can take on f2 and a6 here, queen c8 and queen c6, could I go something like this? Something like this could save my game, because I'm threatening to take the a pawn, and then it would be easy draw because I'm just standing on 6th rank. Mischanced, and well done, Shaylink, great game, and I'm gonna go for revenge. And I'm gonna go for revenge to somebody who just now, very now, challenged me, and this is from Mexico, Albatross. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce it, but hopefully I didn't do very bad. And let's play now the different line. It's gonna be just a setup of knight f3, g3, and later I'm gonna decide I want to go for Catalan, I want to go for King's Indian structure, or I want to go for double fianchetto. Let's go for double fianchetto, because then I would just have many plans and I would be very flexible. I would go c4 here, queen c2, there is no d4, and that's good already. Shaylink is saying that I bungled it, got lucky in the end. Well, I got lucky before, so that's kind of fair. d4. Okay, we are playing against hanging pawns or isolated pawns. Isolated pawns. We're playing against isolated pawns, and if you are interested in this pawn structure, you should definitely check out my video series on isolated pawn on chess24, because I got there a lot of games and I am covering nearly all ideas of isolated pawn, how to play against it and how to play with it. If you ask me, I would definitely tell you, now I shouldn't blunder knight b4, so I have to be a bit careful and not get carried away. So first I will play queen d2 just to make sure that I'm not blundering anything. Knight e4, I would go queen d3 and would pretend that it was kind of a very clever provocative maneuver to get the knight on e4 and make this pawn weak on d5. Open the bishop on b2, and if he will trade this bishop, which he's doing right now, I will just say that usually the weaker side, and in this case is black because he has an isolated pawn, is not willing to trade the pieces, because then the isolated pawn is weaker. If you're playing with the isolated pawn, you should keep as much pieces as possible, because the one who is playing with it is in charge of an attack. He wants an attack and he has to do it, because the more pieces you have, the more squares you get. And this will be the purest example, if I succeed, only if I succeed, why it is bad to trade all pieces, because this pawn will be weak. there is nothing that defends, so there is no pawn, and it means that it's not good. I'll just go h4 to make sure that my king has an escape. h5, and let's go rook d1. Now I definitely want to take on d5, and first I want to take on c8, then I want to take on d5, rook c8, bishop d5, and bishop f7, if in case of rook d8 is possible. Let's see. He takes it. I'll take it back with the rook because... Okay, now bishop a6, he wants that I take it on d5, and he takes on e2, but that's not going to happen. This is another way of defending, but still isolated pawn is hopefully going to be weak. First, let's play rook d1 to make sure that this rook goes here to d8, and afterwards I can try to think about e4. Let's say something like rook d8, queen d4 might be possible, or let's say queen c1, rook d4, and he gives me this this pawn. It might be not so bad because then we would have rook endgame. So if I take, he takes everything, rook c3, I'm not able to defend the a3 pawn. That is why I'm not gonna do it, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pin him with queen c1. Maybe it looks scary, and maybe it looks like, what the hell are you doing? But my point is that the rook on c8 is not defended, so any kind of jump of bishop, let's say bishop a2, would not work. Only bishop a6 works, but this is just a move. Rook c7, I would go rook d4. Now the rook is defended, but once again I have everything on dark squares, so it means that I am doing good because there is no jump of the bishop. With one colored bishop endgame, it is very important to have your pawns on different color, because then he is not able to attack it. So I have all pawns on dark square, and am I going to win somehow this one or not? Let's say e4. I can of course take bishop d5, but what about e4, take rook d8, king g7, queen d4, queen f6, rook g8 wins. So king h7 here should go, queen d4, f6 only move, and then bishop e4. I think I like this more because I have lots of chances to create a very, very bad attack. So I'll just go for it. Rook d8, king g7 or king h7? King h7. All right. Now queen d4, f6 probably. Now bishop e4, queen e6. And what did I achieve? Did I achieve something that is enough to be happy or not? That's the question. I think I did, because after rook d6 I am getting this f6 pawn, and after f6 pawn is lost, then g6 pawn is very weak. So I definitely think that, okay, I have to go bishop g2 back. I don't want any kind of problems on f1. But definitely looks not so great for black. Okay, queen g4. I can take it with queen, rook f7. Looks good. I wouldn't be afraid. Okay, he lost on time, I guess. Thank you very much for the game. I think that okay, main mistake I would say was that after we got the isolated pawn, then it was completely necessary not to change all pieces, because in endgame pieces are needed with the isolated pawn to defend it and to attack the opponent. And if you're gonna trade it, then the isolated pawn becomes weak, and then we see that black is always under pressure and has to defend this pawn always. Thank you very much for the games. Thank you very much for being in the show. I hope that you enjoyed the games. I definitely did, and I'm gonna be back next week. But good news is that the Banter Blitz, my Banter Blitz, is over, but very soon Miss Strategy will have her own show, Banter Blitz, against Miss Strategy Anna Rudolph. So lots of games ahead for you guys, lots of entertainment and fun. So I wish you good luck. Make sure that you are watching her show, and have a good day. I wish you all the best and see you next week. Bye bye.